Hello and welcome to 15 Minute Gamer. My name is Tony and this is Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, and I'm taking the early impressions look at this game. So I'm about 4 hours into the 12 hours campaign, so I just wanted to bring you on and just let you know what I think of it. Should you buy it? Should you not buy it? How it's looking so far? How it's playing? The usual stuff. I'm way too far off doing a review yet. I'm hoping to get that up by the end of next weekend, the weekend after that, depending on how much game time I can get. It's published by Bethesda. It's the long-running series of Wolfenstein. You've probably seen it. It started off life in Wolfenstein 3D, where you went around a little maze, kind of like Doom in the good old days, and shot Nazis. And you're still shooting Nazis, basically. That is the premise of the game. So this is an alternative reality. So basically Nazis have occupied America and you play a character called BJ, and I can never pronounce his surname, Blazkowicz, I think, aka Terror Billy as the Nazis know him. And following on from the last game, you assassinated one of the Nazi leaders and now you've got a submarine and you're going on the attack a little bit and fighting for the resistance to kill that Nazi scum. So let's start off with some of the positives of this game. So the graphics and sound are definitely one of the positives. So the graphics are very good throughout. It runs really smoothly even on the PlayStation. I would guess it's running about 60 frames per second. I know the PC version is having quite a few issues looking at the Steam reviews, especially around the graphics and cards not working and crashing. However, on the PlayStation I've had none of that. It runs perfectly fine. It looks very good too. It's one of them games where, when you're playing it, there's certain things you go, ooh, that's pretty. Next thing's kind of like, oh, that looks a bit rubbish. Sometimes when you slow the game down a little bit, some of the textures are a little bit off, and I've seen clipping, like when you shoot people, they'll just clip through a wall and die, or the gun will be hanging about. But on the whole, graphics are very, very good. I'm really impressed by them. The sound design is also, in a lot of places, really good as well. You can easily hear when someone's creeping around upstairs. The gunfire is really good at directing you to where it is, even without headphones on. I'm sure with headphones on, you'd really get a good feel for that. The voice acting, in part, is pretty good. I have no questions about that. Explosions sound good. The music's pretty good. So yeah, sound design is really well done. The only bit where the sound design lets itself down a little bit is in cutscenes. I find that the ambient effects of the cutscenes, i.e. explosions and things like that, are a little bit too high, and sometimes the voices get lost a little bit in translation. Like, you're kind of like, what are you saying? Like that, it's kind of weird. The levels are a little bit off on cutscenes. And talking about cutscenes, oh my god, there are so many cutscenes, and they have a really annoying tendency when you press usually when you exit a level, and when you exit the level, you press square to exit the level, and then there's like a little bit of a pause, and it'll be like pause, and then the cutscene will kick in. It's not fluid, like it doesn't flow. And the game kind of just stops for a little bit before the cutscene cuts in. It breaks the immersion a little bit. These days with technology you'd expect the cutscene to kick straight in when you're playing the game. I personally think anyway. So yeah, the sound and graphics are on the whole very good. Yes, there are a couple of niggly things, but nothing to put you off the game in that side of things. When we move on to, because the first person shooter, the gunplay is very good. You get a lot of weapons. There's loads of weapons to collect, and they're also upgradable as well. So you basically get these little packs which upgrade your weapons. So they can put sights on, they can put silencers on, increase the ammo. And when you do that, you can see your gun change, so it looks a little bit different. Even the ammo magazine, you'll see the little bit of like spare bullets on the side. You can dual wield the weapons like I am now. Not my favourite approach to dual wielding, because then you can't aim, and we're going to go back to aiming in a little bit. But yeah, you can't kind of aim with them. You just kind of shooting. So they're really good if you're against maybe a bigger armoured baddie, or you just want to walk into a room and kill people, then get them on. If you want to do some long range shooting, it's probably not good. But you can dual wield any two weapons, so if you want a pistol in one hand and a machine gun in the other hand, you can do that, and I think that's a nice little feature. So yeah, the gunplay is tight, and also the sound boomy and sound good. When you're running through a corridor, guns blazing, it sounds good. It sounds punchy. You kind of almost, and I do say this a lot about first-person shooter games because, you know, I always harp on about Black as being the prime example. Black, you actually felt when you were shooting someone in the face with that on that game, you felt like it. And this has got that feel about it, like, you know, you enjoy shooting Nazis in the face when you're playing them. And there's like laser guns that melt them and turn them into skeletons. And you kind of enjoy it. And it's because the guns have that punch to them. Ammo is quite limited throughout the level, even on easy modes. So when you're playing, you'll quite often run out of ammo. And there's lots of it around, but you'll also use lots of it, which I know sounds a bit stupid, but sometimes you'll even get close to running out. Like I was doing part of a mission where I had to fend off some Nazis from going, well, you won't fend them off, you just had to kill them all, basically. And when the bit started, I only had 30 rounds of ammo in a pistol. And I had to spend the first minute of the battle just trying to avoid everyone to then go around this level and try and find ammo. I mean, luckily every bad guy shoot drops some sort of ammo, you know what I mean? But sometimes it can get a little bit scarce. And when it's like a run and shoot game and shooting lots of Nazis, sometimes it kind of ruins the immersion a little bit where you just have to run around and find some ammo to start off with. But, you know, plenty of weapons there, plenty of upgrades. And you get kind of perks if you do headshots, if you do burning damage as flamethrowers, they're really cool. You know, if you do these sort of kills, if you kill them with the axe, and you get perks for doing that. So there's a lot of different ways to kill Nazis. If you want to get up close and do some melee combat, if you want to get far away, you know, you've got your assault rifle. If you want to get up close, there's other weapons on there as well. And as everyone drops the ammo and that sort of thing, so you never kind of, even though ammo can be a little bit scarce sometimes, there's always somewhere to pick up if you just have a look around on the ground. There's plenty of secrets to find, because of course there's collectibles to find. No loot crates though, yay! But you know, lying around the ground you'll find armor, and what happens is you kind of level up, so your armor can go up to 200, so you can keep your armor, but your health might only go up to 50. So if you have 50 health and pick up a 25 health pack, it'll go to 75, but then back down to 50, so you can have that little bit increased first aid at the beginning. So yeah, it's classic game, and you know, Wolfenstein's always kind of done that. So moving on from the good things, some of the bad things I'm finding about the game so far. The story is terrible. And I know it changes later on in the game because I've seen it, but the first 4 hours of the game, the character is very, very weak. Not as in weak as in, like, badly acted, or, you know, weak as in, oh, they're not very strong characteristics. It's kind of like, all he does is, like, one of your comrades gets killed at the beginning. That's not a spoiler because it happens straight away. But he just goes like, Caroline, will you help me? I'm not much longer for this world. I need wings. I need you to guide. It's like, what the F are you going on about, man? I mean, you're a guy who's killed thousands of Nazis. And you just talk, and in your head to this dead person, I'm not much longer for this world. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I need to get home to my children. Whoa, whoa, I don't want to kill anyone. It's like, oh my God, shut the hell up. Man up and get on with what the game's about, which is killing Nazis. And that ruined the storyline a little bit for me at the beginning. I was a bit like, well, yeah, like, get with it. Level design, I'm not really enjoying it at the moment either. I find it very claustrophobic. Boxes were placed so you can't go somewhere. Staircase we're missing. It's very much level design by the numbers, as in, right, go this way. Oh, if you go that way, yeah, there's walk around circles. There's plenty of secrets and plenty of things, like you can go around out the back of a building, have a look around, but then you could go one wrong and end up at the beginning of the level again, like I did on one, and or there's a staircase missing or whatever. And the kind of level design is, again, very old school in its design. Like, games have moved on since then. I don't like open world games. I'm getting a bit bored of them now. But also, you need that little bit of freedom to actually feel like you're doing something, where I feel this is very, very corridory. Even the outdoor sections are a tad corridor as well. One of the great things, which is on screen now, you can save it anytime you like. You don't have to wait till a save point, because the checkpoint system's not that great. Not that you'll die very often, but yeah, you know, the save system, you can just save whenever the hell you want. So that's kind of just my early impressions. I know the game does change in a bit where he becomes just back to his Nazi killing self and he gets some abilities and stuff. I'm looking forward to getting to that point in the game. So far, would I recommend this game? If I paid $39.99 for this game, I got it through Boomerang Games, so it's in my monthly subscription. I would probably be a little bit disappointed. In fact, I am a little bit disappointed so far. It's a very first-person shooter by the numbers. It's not doing anything different. I've just played the excellent Call of Duty Infinite Warfare single-player campaign. I really enjoyed this. This is lacking their moments of big things, like something happening or that build-up. It just all seems by the numbers. It's very much like, go here, get that, pick up that. There's things to pick up. Oh, there's a collectible. There's a secret of a collectible in. And yeah, I'm not really feeling this game so far, and I know it's been getting some very good reviews. It could just be me who's not really with it, but I'm not feeling that encouraged to keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing because I want to get to the end of the game, because I want to experience it when the game changes a little bit. One good point before I go, by the way, the storyline is quite funny. It does little funny things, and some of the character interactions quite funny, and that I do like that it's added that humor in. But then it goes super serious, so it's like super serious, funny, super serious, casual, super serious, not so funny, and it's kind of mixed up. So it's just off. There's something off about it. The tone is just that little bit off. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little impressions video, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.